Government shutdown is now the longest in U.S. history. We are busy tracking the very latest updates from the White House regarding President Trump's social media comments, where he threatened to withhold SNAP benefits unless Democrats reopen the government. Well, just yesterday, the White House clarified the president's comments, saying that the payments would go out to needy families. Joining us on Friends at 5 to answer all of your legal questions is attorney Tyler Bailey. Tyler, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, anytime.
Well, I do want to say last week, 2 federal judges, they ordered that the Trump administration go ahead and access contingency funds and distribute SNAP benefits despite the lack of funding to our federal government. That being said, does the president then have to follow what those federal judges are saying?
Well, when the president took his oath of office, he made a pledge to follow the laws of the United States and uphold the Constitution. So he does have to follow what these judges say. You know, nobody is above the law. That's a principle that we have, and that's a constitutional principle as well when it comes down to the federal courts and even the executive branch. We have the separation of powers. You have the legislative branch, you have the executive branch, you have the judicial branch. And the judicial branch interprets the law and tells, the country or whatever administrative body what to do. So the president does have to follow the law. You see his statements that were issued on social media indicate something contrary to that, but the law still stands.
Okay, so could we then, as the shutdown continues on, will we have to see federal judges step in again next month? Or now that they said what they said last week, we can go from there?
We hope not, because 1 in 8 Americans rely on SNAP benefits. About 42 million Americans do. You have seniors, you have veterans, you have families who are relying on these benefits. And the judges may have to step in if the administration does not comply. There's some questions being thrown out there whether the administration is fully complying with this order. They are saying that they're going to provide the funds, but they are going to be rolled out slowly. They're only discussing using half of the allotted funds available, and that's putting some uncertainty out there for everyday, working American people who need these benefits. So there could be contempt proceedings. The president or officials could be held in contempt of court. There could be civil fines. There could be other orders issued by the court. Hopefully none of that happens. Hopefully the shutdown ends, and hopefully everybody gets the benefits they need. Is
there anything else that you think we should be watching as the public as we continue on with this when it comes to the federal judges and their rulings?
Well, I think just the public should encourage their lawmakers to end the shutdown. We want the shutdown over. I mean, most people can care less how it ends. They just want it to be over so the government runs normally. And there is some uncertainty out there. I would just encourage people to go to the right channels to learn this information. Go to whether it's DSS, any other regulatory body that's overseeing the benefits, and don't get too moved by what they see out there on Twitter or on Truth Social or whatever statements that are being issued, because ultimately the court's order stands and the law still presides in our country.
All right, absolutely. And we do have resources, a list of resources available on our website. That, of course, as always, is WLTX.com. Attorney Tyler Bailey, thank you so much for your time. Stay with us. More to come right here during Friends at 5.